Hi there, Kendra Tolbert here. As you may know, I'm a registered dietitian and yoga teacher, and I specialize in women's health and fertility. And today we are doing the 5th video in our 8-part series, and we'll be covering the 4th principle, which is transcendence and the Live Fertile philosophy. So if you're not familiar with the Live Fertile philosophy, it's an approach to well-being that looks at the 7 different principles or pillars, however you like to say it, of well-being. And it really was designed to help you create life mindfully, so that whether you're trying to conceive, like you wanted to be pregnant yesterday, or you want to get pregnant down the road, you know that you're doing what you can to support your fertility and support your well-being right now. This particular video was really kind of difficult for me to put together, not gonna lie. And that's because, to me, transcendence, and why I chose that word, is because it goes beyond the things that we can explain and we can neatly put into a box. So it's what some of us might think of as religion or spirituality, whatever it might mean for you. It's that thing that leaves you feeling awe, that leaves you embracing mystery, and it's that thing that you can't quite explain that just animates you. So because I was raised Christian and I consider myself to be a Christ follower, for me that is our spirit. For me that is the breath of God. For you it may be something very different. And I think that's why it can be so difficult to talk about, because again, it doesn't fit neatly into a box. But I think many of us get a sense that there's more to fertility, there's more to life, there's more to our well-being than just numbers and things we can count and the things that we can check off of a list, knowing that we've done the right things. It's the intangible, the esoteric, just that stuff that we can't talk about neatly because it's personal, because it's different from culture to culture, and because you can't always name it. And so to talk about that, to talk about how that may or may not impact your fertility is difficult, right? Because so often what I share here is science-based, and this is an area where science, to me, will always come up short, because science is amazing at telling us the how. It's not always so great at telling us the why. It can tell me that, this is how sperm is made, but why is it made that way? Like, why was it designed or created to work that way? And to me, that's mystery. To me, that's spirituality. That's the thing that goes beyond what I can explain neatly. But even though it's difficult to talk about because it goes beyond words, I don't think we shouldn't at least try. And so that's what I'm going to do in this video. As I was preparing for this video, I kept thinking back to an email I received about 3 years ago. Yeah, it was just about 3 years ago, from a woman that I had spoken to when I first decided that I was going to specialize in fertility, nutrition, and well-being. And so she was someone who was trying to conceive, and so she agreed to just chat with me and share her experiences with me. And so maybe about a year, 2 years later, she sends me an email with these absolutely gorgeous photos of her twin babies, and she had eventually conceived, and she just wanted to share with me what she had learned along the way, and she had hoped that I would share these things with someone else in hopes of them helping someone else. And so one of the things that really stuck out to me from her email is that she shared that she wasn't a very spiritual person. But for whatever reason, she decided to begin to pray to the patron saints of, I'm not exactly sure the names of the patron saints, I'm not Catholic, and it seems that Catholicism wasn't something that she was actively practicing either, but she had decided to pray to these patron saints, and for her it was just knowing that something beyond her had her back, that she could take the weight of the difficulty of this journey and place it into something or someone else's hands and know that she could rest. It brought her so much peace, and it brought her just a sense that she could surrender, that she could let go to a degree. And she thought that it was really important that people know that it's important to have those sorts of things. And that may look totally different for you and to you. But I do think it's important that we begin to explore things beyond the, am I eating right? Am I exercising just the right amount? Am I taking the right supplements? Did I perfectly time this? Because there's mystery involved in every bit of our lives. You and I cannot answer every question. We can't answer why things work one way for one person and not the same way for another person. But I think by embracing spirituality, by embracing mystery and awe and just that intangible thing that animates us, we can let go of the need to explain it all. So that's really it. I don't have too much more to say because, like I said, I don't have the answers for this one, but I do know that it's incredibly important for each person to really define what this area means for them, and that hopefully they have some sort of practices that help them feel connected, that help them feel awestruck, that help them feel inspired and full of life. And so I hope that you have that. There are some things that for a lot of people will bring them that. For some people, it's reading spiritual text or sacred text. For some people, it's speaking with someone who is a clergyman or a chaplain or something like that. So I have a spiritual director. For some people, it's being a part of a church community. For some people, it's being in nature. For other people, it might be something like meditation or centering prayer, which such a big fan of both of those. It might be yoga for some people. You get to decide that. For other people, it's going fishing. Like, it's literally whatever leaves you filled with gratitude and awe and comfortable with the unknown. Because I think there's so much unknown in this world, and to have something where like that's accepted and that's acceptable and there's actually comfort in that feels really important, especially right now, for so many reasons, but especially if you're trying to conceive, because there's only so much you have control over. So that's all I've got. I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and next week we're going to explore something that I can put into actual words. I can't wait to do that. So I will see you then. Actually, before I go, let me just say, I'm moving to a new state. I'm super excited about it, but that also means that I don't have the same sort of flexibility in my schedule as I did. So my upload schedule may be a little bit wonky for the next month. I'm going to do my best to stay on track, but if I don't, please show me some grace. I really do always appreciate all of your patience, because there were times where like it would be a month before I'd post again, and y'all were still here. Y'all were still being amazing and great. So thank you for that. All right, now I really am leaving. Be well, and bye for now.